All right, everyone. In this video, I wanted to show you how we can write equations in slope-intercept form. So we're really talking about y equals mx plus b. And I really wanted to give you some different scenarios you can deal with when they're asking you to write an equation in slope-intercept form. So to begin with, here's scenario number one. It can be as simple as giving you the m and the b. So for example, they can tell you, you know what, your m is 3 and your b is -2. Write an equation of this line with the slope of being 3 and the y-intercept being -2 in slope-intercept form. So all you have to do is take the m and the b and just substitute them in the general formula. So here we go. Y equals the m is 3. And because your b is negative, you're just going to put, instead of putting plus negative, you're just going to put -2. And there's your answer for the first scenario you might have. So they can be giving you the m and the b, and you just put them in. Second scenario you can they can be giving you just two random points on the line. So for example, let's say you're given 2, -3 and 5, -2. And again, with those two pieces of information, they ask you to come up with slope-intercept form. So here you don't have the m, but you don't have the b either. So first of all, we're going to start from the slope, and we'll remember the slope formula, y2 minus y1 and so on. So I'm suggesting to you to label your coordinates so you know which is which, and then substitute. So I'm starting my substitution. It says y2 minus y1. So y2 minus, there's another negative there, x2 minus x1. So if I simplify this, I'm getting -2 plus 3, because the negative times the negative is positive, and 5 minus 2 is 3. One more step on the top. 3 minus 2 is 1. So I got that my slope is 1/3. I still don't know the b. So in order for you to proceed, move on, I have to find the b. One way of finding the b is choosing any random point, first or second, putting in a y equals mx plus b, and substituting the x and y of the point for the x and y values and the m. So let's choose the first point. And this would be your x, this would be your y, and you already know the m. So let's get started with that. So we have -3 equals 1/3 times 2 plus b. So we're solving to find the b. -3 equals 1/3 times 2, you multiply across. That is 2/3 plus b. You subtract 2/3 from both sides. So your b is, if you put like terms together, it's like -3 over 1 minus 2 over 3. That's going to be -11/3. So b equals -11/3. So from the two red boxes, I have my two pieces of information, and I'm ready to write my line in slope-intercept form. Y equals m is 1/3 x. My b is -11/3. So this is another scenario where you can be given any random points on your line. So I took you through the process of finding the m first, and then finding the b, and then coming back and writing the equation in slope-intercept form. A third scenario can be where you're given the graph of a line in front of you, and you have by yourself to go in there and detect the m and the b, so you can write down the equation. So let me really quickly make the coordinate plane and a line to show you what I'm talking about with this example. So I'm going to put a dot right here. And there's a line. All right, so I need to go in here and find the m and the b. Let's start from the b. It's kind of easy. The line crosses the y-axis at 0, so your b would be 0. In order for you to find the slope, you use what we call slope triangle. So choose 2 points that you can easily see or read. So you're going up to right 1, and you can repeat up to right 1, or you can go down 2 and left 1. So here's what I just said. I said that I'm going up to right 1, or I'm going down to left 1. So any way you look at it, the slope is a negative, or negative is positive, the slope is 2. So because the slope is 2 and the b is 0, the equation of the line will be y equals 2x. You don't have to write the 0, plus 0, 2x. One more scenario that I'm thinking about that you can deal with. The other scenario can be where you're given an equation in maybe standard form. So let's say, for example, you have this equation 3x minus 6y equals 12, and you're asked to make that slope-intercept. What does that mean? That means get y by itself. So where's the y? Right here. I don't want this, I don't want that. The farthest from the y in that same side is this. Nothing in front of it, which means it's positive. I'm undoing that. Clean that up. Negative 6y equals, write down what you see. I'm undoing the connection between the variable and the number. It's multiplications. That's why I'm dividing. Clean that up. Y equals. And negative over negative is positive. 3 over 6 is 1/2. Don't forget your x. A positive or negative is negative. 12 over 6 is 2. And that's the equal sign there. So I'm going to put that in a box because that's what they wanted me to do. Solve for y. And there you have 4 different possibilities when you're dealing with writing equations in slope-intercept form.